Can I answer?
Yes. How did he become secular for you now?
You asked me this. Well, let me tell you, let me answer that question for you. You asked me this question even in the last debate. And the point that we made was that, when he was in the partnership with the NDA, when a lot of people talk about him being the railway minister when the Godhra incident happened, let us not leave it half said. Nitish Kumar has gone on record to say that he also said at that point that it was a black blot, not just on NDA but on Indian democracy itself. So at every point it has been a qualified statement. As far as, let me tell you, the political rhetoric is concerned, when you are in opposition, you look for every chink in the armor and you do try and capitalize on that where you believe there is substantive element of truth. We do believe that until Nitish Kumar was there with the NDA, to a great extent,
simple question.
Let me finish, Arnab. We have always called LK Advani, we have always called Narendra Modi as extremely controversial communal leaders. Today, I think the reason why the JDU has left,
in the year of the Lord 2009, Sanjay Jha,
is because the remote control of the BJP is now in the hands of RSS in Nagpur. And that's a very dangerous development.
In the month of May.
That no political party can ignore.
I'm going to have to keep quoting
So, in fact, we understand where JDU is coming from.
If you don't accept the fact that you are all doing U-turns in different ways, then I'm going to have to quote the Prime Minister now. And this is what the Prime Minister said in 2009 May. There is no doubt that Nitish Kumar professes to be a secular leader. But after yesterday, his sharing dais with Narendra Modi raises questions in my mind. Was this not the same Prime Minister who said day before yesterday he's a secular leader? What happened?
Absolutely, because Mr. Nitish Kumar has stood up on a matter of principle.
And what about his being totally communal at heart?
Change? One minute, Arnab. The context has changed. The circumstances have changed. I asked a question on your program the other day to the BJP Vice President Smriti Irani, 1 minute, on her comment on Narendra Modi, where she said that he should resign for what happened in Gujarat. She changed her opinion apparently. Now here we are talking about a change of context. We are talking about a circumstance where the JDU...
So if they support you, they are secular.
He's sitting there right now on
so
the
if
panel.
they support you, they are secular.
1 minute.
No. So if they support you, they are secular. If they support the BJP, they are communal.
Breaking. 1 minute. The JDU breaking with the NDA is not a Congress conspiracy, for heaven's sake. Let us not get into the realms of writing fiction.
Rahul Narvekar.
Sanjay Jha, we are talking about people changing the statement. You are about to change your partner in Bihar. Anyways, be that as it may, I've got just a couple of questions for the JDU as well as the Congress.
I don't know what happens between Congress and the JDU in the future, but for you it's a definite lesson that Hindutva has got no takers and political parties take decisions on behalf of the people.
Mr. Sanjay Jha, let's leave that for the elected to decide. Anyways, let's get back to the point, because I'm sure you're making these irrelevant arguments because you do not have any pointed answers to these pointed questions put forth to you. Now let me ask you a couple of straight pointed questions. Till yesterday, the same Congress party which was cursing and which was getting behind Nitish Kumar as well as the BJP for their so-called communal agenda. Today, in your very group newspaper, Times of India has reported Nitish Kumar thanking the Congress party for the secular certificate they've given him. So I don't know, when did Nitish Kumar start accepting these certificates? Gesture. Number one.
It's a good
Number
gesture
two,
both ways,
Mr. Nitish Kumar, who was the railway minister when Godhra took place, which was the sparking point of the entire riot. Isn't he not as responsible, if not more?
The problem, Rahul Narvekar.
Number three.
The problem, Rahul Narvekar, I'm sorry to interrupt. You have limited time, but I can't let you go away so easily. The problem is with you, as in Mr. Narvekar, with your party. It is parties like yours which are egging on Mr. Narendra Modi to become a protector of Hindus. Now, I'll be very direct. April Samna, since I'm quoting everybody tonight, I'd like to quote the Shiv Sena to the Shiv Sena. And Vani Tripathi, hear this, please. No, 1 second.
Before you complete your questions, I would like to reinstate and I would like to tell you very clearly.
Why are you not letting me quote you?
We make no bones about protecting Hinduism and promoting Hinduism. We are saying it clear. We've said it earlier.
So there you are.
We do believe in secularism, but secularism cannot be at the cost of suppressing Hinduism. That's the point we are trying to make, and that is our policy, that is our ideology, and we have no regrets about it.
Bharatiya Janata Party, like Bharatiya Janata Party, you play vote bank politics. Thanks for making it honest confession on
Mr. Jha,
television.
your pseudo-secular politics the nation has seen right from the Shah Banu case to the 1984 riots. So please stop your pseudo-secularism at least now. The country has seen it.
Governance cannot be looked at through a religious prism. 1 minute. Rahul Narvekar, allow me to complete the quote. Vani, I am coming to you. Rahul Narvekar. The problem with the Shiv Sena is that it's a small party. It's quite small in the national context. 1 minute. But you exert a great deal of influence on the BJP because the BJP has only 2 allies left. You and the Akali Dal. And you want the BJP to run governance through the Hindu prism. Therefore, in Samna, April, you articulate it in the following manner. Quote, there is a feeling that Modi is a protector of Hindus. Seeking death penalty for Kodnani and Bajrangi is a deadly attack on Hindus. Hindus have a different expectation from Modi.
So what's wrong? What's wrong?
What's wrong is since you asked me what's wrong, allow me to articulate it. What is wrong is that you are trying to egg on Modi on a Hindutva path. You are burnishing the perception that the BJP under Modi will adopt a hardline Hindu approach and therefore justify the kind of position that Nitish Kumar has been forced to take. That's what's wrong.
Arnab, let me clarify once again, like I've said it earlier. We have no bones about the fact that we believe in secularism, but secularism cannot be at the cost of suppressing Hinduism. Number one. Number two. Whatever has been stated in Samna is absolutely correct, and we reiterate that.
There you
Number three.
There you are. You admit it tonight. You are admitting you want governance to be seen through a Hindu prism, and this argument.
The example of good governance has been given from 1999 to 2004. We've shown you what is good governance. So let's not get lessons about good governance from you or the Congress party.
On Mumbai's roads on the monsoon. Shiv Sena's governance can be seen on the roads.
Yes, and we can see Congress's governance in Uttaranchal. Please see what's happening in Uttaranchal. Don't make a joke out of yourself by making such irrelevant statements. What's happening in Uttaranchal? Who's responsible for the floods out there? Look at the 70 dams which you've constructed, which has destroyed the ecology. What are you talking about?
The question is very simple. Vani Tripathi on the program tonight can easily dispel this view. Vani Tripathi, you can, if you want, right now on the Newshour, dispel all these views about the relevance of a secular front. If you simply tell the Shiv Sena on television, right now, this moment, and here's the question to you. Vani Tripathi, will you please tell the Shiv Sena that their perception that Modi is a protector of Hindus or he should be a protector of Hindus is wrong? Let her answer the question. Don't speak for her.
Important truth about the most. No, let me answer the question. The most important argument on your debate tonight is what is the definition of secularism?
You're not answering my question. You're not answering my question.
That means it's juxtapositioning. Of course,
I feel you're dodging my
question. I've been hearing all this for some time. Juxtapositioning positions taken by political parties like the JDU.
The Shiv Sena wants Modi to be a protector of Hindus. Do you agree that the Shiv Sena is right in feeling that Modi should be a protector for Hindus? Please tell me.
The minority vote bank politics of the Congress has desecrated the consciousness and torn apart the diaspora of this country.
You're not answering my question.
And because of that, these questions come to the fore.
I'm not answering my question.
And making everybody stable.
I'll answer your question.
She's not answering.
Vani, Mr. Modi will be very upset with you tonight. Please answer the question.
Why don't you accept
Mr. Sanjay Jha, I don't need a certificate from you to know what my leadership
Why don't you accept it? Accept it straight away. That yes, this is RSS, your RSS.
I think this is a very irrelevant.
already said it. That now BJP is going to run according to the agenda of Hindutva.
I am not going into this debate.
You'll create problem for yourself within the BJP if you don't accept it.
You have started in this country. The Congress party has started this horrible debate.
RSS chief yesterday has given a written statement. It's on the record. Enough. We have done enough by looking at this substance. Now we'll go on the agenda of Hindutva.
And your definition of secularism.
That's what vindicates our stand. That's why we broke the
India
NDA.
resigned because of this.
The kind
Please
of
ask Mr.
minority
Ravi
vote
Shankar
bank
Prasad to
politics
hold a
that you
press
have been
conference and
doing.
ask for the Prime Minister's resignation.
Well, you know, gentlemen.
Everything is
Mr.
the conference called BJP. You need to grow up.
You
need to grow
as
up.
to what we
I would like to
Mr. Sanjay Jha, instead of giving advice on who needs to behave, how and who needs to grow up, why don't you answer the pointed questions put across to you?
Well, the question simply
why don't you justify or why don't you explain the pseudo-secular politics you've played in this country? Why don't you explain the 1984 riots? Why don't you explain the Shah Banu case? Why don't you judge? The country wants to know these things from you. If you have any knowledge about these issues, please come and tell us.
Okay, gentlemen, I do believe that every political party has made a U-turn at some point of time or not, but I do believe at the same time that the development card cannot be a complete camouflage for other issues concerning the country's diversity. And nobody, not even Mr. Modi, can do that.
And
at some point of time, Mr. Modi will have to answer that question.
Since you made this statement earlier, ours may be a small party, but ours is one of those parties which sticks to its ideology, does not mince words, and they don't change their stand.
Rahul Narvekar, Bani Tripathi, Sanjay Jha.
Represented on the panel today.
Rahul Narvekar, Bani Tripathi, Sanjay Jha, and Dr. Ajay Alok, I thank you for joining me on Newshour Debate 2 tonight.